and welcome to Power Up Talk Show, a talk show where we bring together community leaders and inspirational people that are making a difference in our community. Today, I have a wonderful guest. 5 years ago when I moved to Omaha, he's one of the first people I met, took me in like his sister, and he's just been a great supporter and cheerleader for me, professionally and personally, and I'm so excited to introduce Jeff Gehring. Hello, Jeff.
Oh, thank you, Sandy, for having me. This is amazing. I appreciate the opportunity. It's awesome to see you again and be here. What a great show. What a great setting. I just honored to be here.
Thank you. Have you noticed his voice is a radio voice? We always tease him. If you need a radio, no, he's too busy. He's
got the face for radio, right?
No, you got the voice and the face. Yes. Yeah. Tell me, what made you start out? You're, the owner of Mercury Builders, and he does so much with the community. That's another whole show, but we will touch base on it today. Jeff, what inspired you to be a home builder?
It's been a long time, and it wasn't just strictly home building, but it was the bug of construction, I think is what it was. It was that passion, and did I have it initially? No. What happened was that I needed some summer money in the summer of 79. I'm going to show off my age here a little bit.
79's a great year.
79. My father and his two best friends thought it'd be cool to do what was now today flip-it houses. Yeah. They bought an old house in an aging neighborhood, and they thought, so one of the partners would do all the work. His name was Tom, and he became my mentor. I, the mentee, on basically taking an old historic home and bringing it back to its original luster. And I thought, well, let's buy this house, and then we'll update everything, rearrange the kitchen, make it modern, and this will be a nice learning experience for me, being, what was I, 13 or 14 at the time, maybe almost 15, so I was like, sure. Well, how much am I going to get? So there was, I was like, I'm in. And then I realized how much work that was.
Yeah.
We dove in, and where I was initially just kind of obviously an apprentice, just painting. How much are you going to really trust a teenager? After spilling the paint a few times, it's like, Tom's like, oh my God, where is this guy? So by the middle of the summer, though, I'd picked it up, started painting a whole lot better, and helping him with some drywall. We hired other different electricians and plumbers and heating and air contractors to come in. And by the end of that summer, we really pretty much had revamped the house, got new carpet and tile in. And again, this was the 70s, so today we'd see it as a tragic build out. But it got rid of some of those 1940s cabinets and everything else. Yeah. So it was really cool to see that. Unfortunately, like today, it's even higher rates in the 70s. They didn't make any money when they sold it. So their loss was my gain, though, because I picked up so much knowledge. Oh. And I told Tom, I said, we should do this. This partnership's going to dissolve, but, every summer, let's do this again, because I just really enjoy this. So Tom and I, and through remaining of high school, a little junior high school, and college, we'd spend every summer doing that. And I picked up more and more skills. And then through college, I found another partner to work with, too, and he was doing some serious flip-it houses, so I started learning more about framing and electrical, plumbing, and so that bug really took. And so out of college, it was like, what am I going to do? And so I kind of partnered up with my roommate at the time, soon to be best friend, and Greg and I said, well, let's grab that, my recent mentor down in Lincoln and see if we can do this in Omaha, because I kind of went to college up in Omaha and then graduated there. And so it was natural for us to go find some older neighborhoods like Cathedral, Dundee, and in Omaha that were emerging. And so this time I got smart. I'm like, I'm not going to go get a house that's not going to appreciate. So we saw that the Cathedral, Dundee areas were blooming at the time. We caught it on the early 90s. So we're talking 92, 93. Wow. So we created Mercury Investments, and we probably either flipped or kept and rent hundreds of homes in that area, and watched the values go from $30,000 a house to where we could sell them at 80 to 100. Within 2 or 3 years, they were selling well in the hundreds, and now they're all in the $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 ranges, and so it's been amazing. So that worked great until we got to about 2007. Yeah. And then that subprime crisis happened, and we couldn't flip houses. My vacancy rates went out of control, and so I was faced with the decision: do I find a career in the medical field, which I had a degree in, or do I put a crew together and go get my builders and contractors license and start doing this for other people. So I had to go find a customer service element of myself.
Yes,
and
which is so hard for him.
I learned that today. It comes natural, but I tell you what, it was something different because you usually only answered yourself or your partner, and now all of a sudden I'm having to build. We started out remodeling. Took a lot of remodeling jobs, small commercial jobs, and so fast forward to about 2000 and I think early 2000s, maybe 01 or 2. We decided we got a lot of demand for home building, and so we decided to create Mercury Builders, and it was basically a subsidiary of Mercury Contractors, and we kind of converted the name from Mercury Investments to Mercury Contractors in 07, 08, and then I picked up a new partner. Greg continued on his own, we kind of split ways, and then I picked up a new partner that did a lot of home building, had decades of experience, and by the early 2000s, we brought on another superintendent that had worked with another home builder and built 144 houses a year.
Wow.
So we decided we were going to create a new division for custom home building. And so that has taken off, and we've built in all the new emerging neighborhoods, custom home building. Been fortunate, I've been Best of Omaha multiple times, Reader's Choice, you name it. And so it's been a heck of a ride. And so recently, with the rates being a little higher, it's not, the sales have kind of dipped, but this year rates are dropping again, so we're excited about that. And at the same time, we grew Mercury Contractors to do commercial. And so I kind of ran that division. So I love commercial, and so we've done lots of restaurants, commercial buildings, corporate headquarters, bars, clinics.
Wow.
Recently, we just did 3 restaurants. So.
What 3 restaurants?
Well, we just finished Clean Eats, which is over at Regency Landing.
I missed that ribbon cutting. I hated that. I hate missing those.
Well, we'll go to lunch there.
Let's do it.
I'm
Perfect.
Take you to lunch
It's a date. You saw it on air.
And that's a wonderful place. It's like Eat Fit Go, but they're nationwide.
Oh wow.
And they'll do they can make you meals there, prep them from scratch, or you can buy them and then get your meals for the week.
Wow.
It's just a wonderful.
Can't wait.
The Regency Landing area is just blooming in there.
Beautiful, yeah.
Really developing that area. Access is doing a great job in there, so we're excited to have partnered with that project. And then Dolomiti Pizza.
Ooh, is that Italiano?
Italiano.
Oh, I love Italiano.
Yes. So we're real excited. It's a they brought in a pizza oven. It's kind of has a natural burning element to it. High temperature, 700-800 degrees. And full Italian pizzas, and so that's been open for about 3 to 4 weeks now. So
I think I need to help them to sign up for the chamber and do their ribbon cutting because that's what I do. Let's make it happen.
I will make that happen.
And where's it located?
We'll do one better. We're going to go to lunch there too.
Okay, I'm busy for lunch for a month, people. So just take the card. Okay.
Yeah. So that's down in 1105 North 13th. So basically, it's down in that Millwork Flats area, just north of Charles Schwab Field.
Perfect new location that's popping up in Omaha.
They'll be really popular in a few months.
Especially after we show up for the ribbon cutting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
wow.
We're just kind of doing a soft opening right now, and so I'll get you down there. We were really excited to do that in a historic building.
Beautiful building.
So the Ashton building.
Yeah.
So we did that. So that was a challenge, working around the historical codes that you have to have, and so. But we made their deadlines, and we got that up and running. And now you might be familiar with that through our Fusion group. We've
do it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Fusion. Yes, we have that down, folks.
We might have to just take a step back for a second. That happens to be our a network group that you were a part of, a Sarpy County Chamber group that you were a part of before, and I took that group from 3 to now 40 some.
And I can still show up anytime I want to.
You're absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. Next Tuesday we'll be back. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, take off the holiday. So. It's a great networking group. Anyone knows me, I love to network. And when I moved to Omaha, I said yes to everything because I just love people. And Fusion, you took it from, like you said, I'm one of the founding ones. I think there was 8 when I stepped in, but 3 to 40. So if you need to be a part of something cool, maybe we can get you in this circle.
Yeah, if we don't have that industry represented already, we can visit anytime you want. So no question about that. So
love it.
So through the group, I was able to bring in an investor to buy into what was the Leopard Lanes before in Bellevue.
Yeah.
Again, I've been doing a lot of work with the mayor, Rusty Hike, in working on multiple projects in Bellevue. This is one of his pet projects, and being mayor, he wanted to bring Bellevue up into the new millennium. That hasn't. So there was a defunct Leopard Lanes there, and there's really no entertainment center in Bellevue right now. So we kind of took that 35,000 square foot space and completely gutted a lot of it, started all over again. And so now we just opened up last couple weeks ago. So they have axe throwing, they have a bar that's open. And next week we will have Frank's Pizza open up there. So full restaurant. Pizza. And right now we're actively putting in the lanes, and we hope by March-ish that we'll have that up and running. So we're very excited about that. That's been a arduous project and getting that working in an aging building like that. So,
well, I think that sounds like a great spot for a Women with Voices event.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we know it.
Well, you know Steve, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, Steve will roll out would literally roll out the red carpet.
Well, I'm planning for 2024, and Steve. What else have you done? What else? You do so much. That alone, what you've said, is a ton of big commitments.
So
what else?
Recent projects really have been working on. I've been kind of stepping outside of the contracting. Well, it's not really stepping outside. It's evolving and getting into developments. And so a lot of these commercial projects I described did involve some development. You develop the land and bring in the site utilities and work with civil engineers. And through my relationship through the mayor, Rusty Hike, and city council, I bought some land at Washington and Mission Avenue, and it will now be earmarked as the new future Frontier District. So
I feel like this is a news release.
We did a press conference a while ago, but
is that with the shovel, right?
It was with the shovel. The problem, we hit a speed bump called interest rate hikes. So when you go from 4 to 9.5, it's just we couldn't get that to make sense, and so we've been reworking it, working with some new general contractors, working with a potential new development partner and a joint venture partner, and so we're very excited. We hope by spring we'll be able to re-announce what we're going to call Bridge Flats. It's going to be 68 units, 18,000 square foot of retail space they need. Again, keep in mind on Mission Avenue, which was Old Town, what now we're going to call Frontier District. They hadn't had any new developments since the 50s.
That's
70 years.
Is that the name, like Frontier? Like it's a new official. Frontier. I love that name.
So the city will partner with me and our partners to do a new streetscape. And so we'll have to redo all the the storm and the civil engineer infrastructure that all need to be done for Mission Avenue. So we're going to start, the first product of this will be on Washington Street to Jefferson, and so that's where that first building will go. Eventually we hope to develop that, at least the 5 block area, basically from Washington down to, I think, Hancock, and then that'll tie into other developments around Bellevue as well. So we've been very excited about that. Mercury Contractors and builders together just finished Jefferson Place townhomes. So about 3-4 blocks north of what I described on Jefferson Avenue, we just did 10 townhomes sitting on about a 65-foot grade difference. And so we've been very excited about that. We are finishing the last 4-plex by next month, March-ish. And we already have people living in there. So it's just gorgeous. So basically, we're just really trying to redevelop the Old Town neighborhood. And I tell you what, this needed for 70 years. And that's really been the mayor's vision to convert a lot of these the old city buildings were demolished in order for us to buy that land, and that's the land you see that we're going to be putting this development on. So we're very excited about that.
Do you custom design the townhomes? I live in a townhome, and the ideal that you could pick out your countertops, pick out the tile, I'm sure you do that.
We still have 3 or 4 available that you can pick that out. So.
Because you work with designers, I know that.
Yep, we do have an interior. That's the nice thing about Mercury Builders. We've been partnering together with our internal Mercury Contractors team, and yes, we have. If you build a house with us, you get 10 hours of design time with an interior designer, and so that comes with the development or the design process. So our hope is that we'll be doing more and more of these townhomes and more of these types of developments in Omaha, Bellevue, and the surrounding communities. So. That's where we see a lot of the future, because this affordable living is a big issue now. Yeah. You're seeing these homes unfortunately, we had escalated pricing.
Yes.
You know, we had the interest rate hikes, and so it's priced your average home buyer out.
Yes.
So now they're either renting or having to do a townhome product, you know, a smaller one that's tied in on like a row home like what we do.
What
So-
I like about townhomes is that you have a community, right?
Mhm.
You have a community where we have Thirsty Thursdays, we have first of the Mondays coffees. So if you need anyone to start that with your little townhome area, you know I love
By all means.
fun, right?
Yeah, by all means.
But
Sandy.
that's what another, that I think that people love about having those little townhomes areas is a community too.
It really is. I mean, just that old town area is going to tie into the frontier. So those townhomes will tie into that frontier district that I first described with Bridge Flats, and then the future developments around it. The city's already been working on Heroes Park, Hayworth Park, which is down there by the river. There's a ballpark going in. They've got a new development down by the south entrance of the base, and so this is a really good opportunity for the airmen, airwomen,
Yes.
all the service people that we have at Offutt Air Force Base to have something to do, as opposed to run up to Omaha or Papillion or La Vista. It's a lot of great things there, but it's just not geographically, it's limiting for them. And so now they can come out of the North Gate, come down to Bridge Flats. There's going to be some other developments. Now we've got some nice townhomes they can go to. We have some future 12-plex we're looking at that'll be across the street from Bridge Flats. 20th thing we're looking at is called 23 Flats, and that'll be on Lincoln Avenue on that the north entrance into the base. So there's so many things slated on the master plan that I've been really fortunate to be a part of, and our company be a part of. So stay tuned.
Stay
There's
tuned.
a lot of really
We
great
might have to have
projects.
Jeff back on, I think, after this, because there's no better friend than a contractor. You get to know what's happening in Omaha. And what I love about Omaha also is that they're continuing to build.
Mm-hmm.
That small little town, they have nooks of, Blackstone, the Millwork Common area.
Right.
We continue to bring community to the areas that need it.
Absolutely, and we're always keep our ears to the rail as to what's coming up, and that's been our passion. So,
Well, those are some big projects, and not everyone gets that opportunity, but people trust Mercury Builders. And when you work with someone you trust, more opportunities happen, and you are a person of your word. You are great to work with. He's just a genuine, great person, and he has helped me many times that you have gotten zero pay for. I dragged him everywhere when I was buying a house because I was newly divorced, and I need help.
right.
He's helped me. Now that, don't be calling him for anything. Well, yes. No, he is that person that just really goes out of his way. So you can trust a builder, and that's important when you make a big investment.
Thank you.
As far as your nonprofit, he does all this, and then he's also the professional nonprofit, volunteer. He does everything. And that's another reason we worked together on the MBA Ripstock Fest. I was actually the MC, 2019. Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
I think someone didn't show up, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Right.
And now that has grown. And just share with the audience all the community that you have done. You've helped. You've given so much back.
Well, to be honest with you, Sandy, I mean, Mercury Builders and Contractors has benefited so much from the Omaha and Bellevue and surrounding communities, Papillion, La Vista, you name it, Elkhorn, Gretna, that we've always felt, my business partner Ed and I have always felt that we want to give back. And so we got involved as a principal sponsor, as you said, with Ripstock. I'm co-chairman of that with Kenny Engelmeyer. And
Two
his
peas
family.
in a pod. I love both of them.
So that was born out of our passion
Yes.
for barbecue, and it was really Kenny's, and then another gal who was originally involved in this, her Dee Hankins. So they kind of wrote my dad and I into this thing because we were competing in national barbecue championships and had won through our team down in Memphis in May. And so they said, well, hey, we're going to do this we're going to do something that supports the Miller Business Community Association and Foundation, and then also Project We Care that does the backpack program. And so we kicked that off, and I competed in the first year and we won. But after that, with Katie and I being co-chairs, Dad being involved, his wife, his son, I mean, it was a whole family affair.
Family affair.
It became a major event for a while. It was a top state championship barbecue. But at the end of the day, we pared it down to just where people could eat. You come here to enjoy the food, come here to enjoy the barbecue, the ribs. And we want to make sure whoever was in this competition was selling it or was able to give it to the community or to those people that came. And so that's where we really evolved this to be a competition of the top barbecue vendors and restaurants in the Omaha large community area. And so really we were able to raise over $100,000, which we're very proud to do. For
$100,000. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's just a labor of love, and we, through barbecue and bands, blues, we have had all kind of rock bands there too as well. A lot of fun stuff for the kids, and we did that at Stinson Park for a while, and we've now done that at the Granary in Ralston. So we're very excited about that. It's been a great way to get back to Project We Care and Millard Business Association, but then we've also gotten to the food bank over the years. We just did Teammates. That was the last recipient last year.
Did not know that. I was a teammate mentor for years.
I
lived in Columbus. I'm a firm believer. Well, actually, I'm a firm believer in volunteering, period. But not all companies do that.
Right.
And to think that you go out and it takes time. It takes a lot of time, and you give back to the community. That just proves another reason why you would not use Mercury Builders, because you want someone that gives back.
Absolutely. Well, that's not, we've done that. We've given the Wounded Warrior Project before.
Tell me about that again.
Well, my business partner and I have a love for cars, and so we have another gentleman who really spearheaded the annual event, and it was a really car show. And so we've done that a few years. We haven't done it every year, but we were just proud to be a part of that and what that Wounded Warriors has done. So we do that. My family and I, my father and I also give generously to Wisdom House Collaborative, and that's an organization, a nonprofit.
Nice.
That gives back to the underprivileged schools. So you got like Monroe, and we got Lewis and Clark, Central High. We're looking at and moving it out to more privileged schools as well. But what it is to work with some behavioral challenged kids and sitting them down and work through a mindful program, like a meditative, just be mindful of your feelings and work through some licensed therapists. And they've taken a lot of the school teachers and taught them how to get certified in this program. And so it's been amazing what Aaron Weiner's been able to do with that project. I've been proud to be, a partner with him and volunteer a little bit and just really give him back to that. My family and I have done that. And so it's really helped those schools create a mindful program, not only for the teachers, but for the students. And really, they get to understand what their behavior means, what their feelings are. Your feelings mean something. What are you feeling right now? Can you sit still for a while? And it's really taken a hold, and it's I've been very proud to be a part of that process as well. So,
geez, I didn't know about this nonprofit, right? The teachers are overworked. The children just need to have time, right? And you're giving them time to look at their inner feelings, and then it's going to solve a lot of problems, right? You're getting bullied, you're getting picked on, you don't feel like you belong. There's such a need for that. I just have goosebumps when you were telling me that, because there's a big need for that. Why are there so many happenings, in communities? Because children are hurt. So let's bring that out and find ways to deal with it. Yeah,
Aaron's really dedicated his whole profession. He was an attorney before to doing this, and I've been very proud of him. And I was originally inspired from my father and a lot of stuff he did with the prison ministry. And so this is really why I've kind of taken, as part of I always felt I'm going to step into his footsteps. With my father did the same thing. And so Steve Gehring, and been proud to be part of the family. And we still are fortunate to be able to do that together. So nice. And I have to say, another nonprofit that he supported and Fusion is Yes Emergency Services. Dance with a Chance. Right here, here. He was there. Yes. We had a table with Fusion. They supported Caleb, Duncan, and I as we got out there and made fools of ourselves, raising money. Funny. It was a good time because we raised awareness for the homeless shelter. And that's just another one you probably forgot about. I didn't. You should have won.
I should have wore the red jumper today.
It was rigged.
I should have worn that red jumper and got some attention.
I was proud of you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a lot of work. But why do we give a lot of our time? Is because we're making a difference. And that's one thing in life, if I die tomorrow, that someone can say, she tried to make a difference.
Yeah.
And you do too.
Thank you. And that's what we all do. We want to be servants of each other. and service of the community. The more you give back to the community, the more you get from the community.
I'm actually going to public speak at a church, St. Wenceslaus, about volunteering. It's been my entire heart and my life, and you feel the same way.
I do, absolutely. And don't hesitate to call on me on this stuff. You know what,
This is getting better by the minute. I just want to thank you, Jeff, for being a lovely guest, a friend, and just a mentor for me since I moved to Omaha. Didn't know anyone. He's always been a great person and man. And remember, you can make a difference out there. You just have to be that one person, take that one step, that one phone call, and just go out of your box and do it. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Omaha, Nebraska. I love you all, and that's it, and we're powering out.
Thank you.